Hey, Matt here from Epic Real Estate, and I just totally got called out, of which has resulted in a very special announcement for you. So last night I had dinner with a really good friend and a mentor in many respects, and I told him what I did a couple of days ago, and I was seriously shocked at his response. I mean, his mouth just dropped wide open, and he totally called me out. It was obvious I did something wrong, and he darn near yelled at me to go make things right with you. So I'm here to make things right with you, all right? So I don't know if you remember the other day I released a short training video about the 3 reasons why you will fail as a real estate investor. And the response from you really caught me off guard. I mean, it could have been maybe the most feedback I've ever received from such a short little video. I heard from so many different people. And here's what I said about the 3 reasons that you're going to fail as a real estate investor. So the first reason is you don't believe that real estate works. And I didn't get a bunch of pushback on that one. I mean, it's pretty common knowledge that real estate is the #1 wealth builder on the planet. So if you don't believe real estate works, I mean, I've got a long list of stats and names that I could share with you, but probably the simplest and most comprehensive stat is, per the Department of Health and Human Services, that 74% of the wealthiest 1% either made their money or they preserved their money, their giant fortunes, in real estate. The numbers don't lie. So it was these other 2 reasons, though, that generated all of the hoopla. So the second reason was that you don't believe that you will work. And many responses came back to me like, Matt, I thought you were talking directly to me. I just swore you made that video just for me. I mean, the replies were like, it just seems too good to be true, or I tried it before and it didn't work, or I don't think I have what it takes, and various versions of that sentiment. And as I said earlier, hey, if you've got a proven badass plan, you've got the proper tools and resources at your disposal, and multiple channels for support should you ever get stuck, there's no reason why anyone can't be a successful real estate investor. And it's not rocket science. It's pretty simple. In fact, you and I have likely never met. And I can guarantee that that people with far less than this have experienced amazing results. And if you could have that badass plan, the tools, the resources, and the support, how could you not make this happen for yourself? I mean, I gotta tell you, we aren't getting any younger. If you're gonna make this happen, I mean, what are you waiting for? Yesterday, you said tomorrow, right? The rest, it's up to you. I give you everything I've got each and every week here at Epic. Now you've got to bring you to the party. Meet me halfway. We'll do it together, okay? Now, the third reason that you will fail is that you and your spouse aren't on the same page when it comes to finances. You don't have your spouse's support. Your spouse doesn't believe in you, and that's not their fault either. Again, we're getting back to you. The reason you don't have your spouse's support is that there was a moment in your past, perhaps multiple moments, where you gave your word to something, or you made a promise, or a declaration, and you didn't follow through. Now, you might not remember exactly what that was, maybe you do, and maybe your spouse doesn't really recall it either, maybe they do, but it's in their subconscious for sure. And the subconscious, it just doesn't forget. And it's this third reason where the majority of the responses came from, all in the vein of, Matt, you're so right. I've come home with several grand ideas over the years, and none of them have worked out like I thought. But you're right, it wasn't the thing that didn't work. It was me. I didn't follow through. Matt, you hit the nail on the head. Lots of responses like that. And how do I know this about you? Because I've been there. I used to be you. And then many of you asked, so what exactly did you do, or what would you say to your spouse to fix this? So I'm going to tell you not what I would say, but what I did say. This is how I straightened it out and got my spouse back on my side. First, I sat down with her and acknowledged everything in every place in our relationship where I had made a promise and I didn't keep it. I told her that I can see how this might have landed for you and the impact that it had on our relationship. And I'm sorry. I apologized. And I told her I'm aware of it and I'm going to honor my word with you from this day forward. So I got clear with her. I fessed up. I took responsibility for my contribution to all that mess. And then I made a new promise from a nice, clean, clear space that I would honor my word from that day forward. In short, I had to restore my integrity in our relationship because, without integrity, nothing works. Life doesn't work for sure. So the second thing I told her how important our financial future is to me, for us, and that our only way to ever achieve any sort of financial freedom is through real estate. And I'm going for it. And I need your support. Do I have it? That's right. I just flat out asked her. She said yes. But that only happened because I got straight with her first. You got that, right? Good. So the third thing I said, I made a commitment to her and to myself that this time I would not fail. I would follow through. And then the fourth thing I did, I started to involve her in everything I was doing. We'd listen to podcasts together, we'd analyze properties together, we'd make decisions together, and she really got into it. So much so that she started attending RIA meetings with me and workshops and networking events. She started going to all that stuff with me, and I think that was the big shift. And what ultimately created the momentum that we needed was she was getting all of this information firsthand, not indirectly through me. I was no longer the messenger. So we consumed the information together, then we would discuss what we noticed, what we learned, what actions we were going to take, and there was no turning back from that point. And here I am 10 years later showing others how to do the same. So back to the beginning of my story and the big announcement. In the interest of your success, because that's what I am interested in, should support from your spouse be something that may be holding you back, I extended the invitation to he or she, and that they could come for free. Essentially, the intensive ticket would be good for 2 people. And then I subtly mentioned at the end, if you don't have a spouse, go ahead and bring a business partner or bring a friend. And this is where my friend at last night's dinner, this is where he totally lost it. This is where he called me out. He said, "Are you crazy? You mentioned bring a friend just in passing, or like right at the end?" He said, "Matt, if you're really interested in people's success, one of the most powerful things you can do for them is to help them create their environment of like-minded people. The people that you surround yourself with will determine your outcome. They say your network is going to determine your net worth." And he said, "You have a responsibility to make this a bigger announcement than just mentioning it on a little YouTube video. You're out of integrity with your audience," he told me. So first thing tomorrow, you have to restore integrity with your audience. Make the announcement that everybody can bring a friend, a business partner, or a spouse. Bring somebody. You know, as the saying goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So here goes. Whether you've already purchased your ticket or you're about to, think about who you're going to bring with you. Who are you going to go far in real estate with? It would be a great gift for them, but it would be an equally great gift for yourself. So if you've already purchased a ticket, please send me an email with your guest name to matt@epicrealestate.com and put Epic Intensive in the subject line. matt@epicrealestate.com, and then put Epic Intensive in the subject line with your guest name, and I'll make sure that they get registered. Now, with that said, I might not have room for everybody to bring 2 people. I'll have to close the doors to registration probably sooner than I thought. I mean, I seriously do have capacity for just a limited number of people. So go to epicintensive.com, submit your registration to reserve your 2 seats, and then start to think about who you're going to bring with you, and then call them and give them the great news. Oh, and you 2 can actually get started together right now, because as soon as you register, you get access to my $10,000 in 30 days blueprint. As soon as you register, you'll have immediate access to that, and then you can start together right now. All right? So the Epic Intensive, it's quickly approaching. Don't wait. Not maybe later, not maybe tomorrow, not someday, not next year. No, we only have control over 2 moments in our lives. That's here and that's now. Go. I can't wait to meet you and introduce you to my awesome friends. And I'm going to turn you into a badass real estate investor. See you there.